When you wake up out of that drunken sleep,
bring it out real quick.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Muhammad Kakwadash. I want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone for teaching this word in truth and sincerity, and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And this is the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii. All right, Shalom. Coming to you with another live lesson. And this live lesson is entitled, What is ISUPK's problem / Yahanna's flying monkeys? All right? Because that's exactly what these dudes are, man. They're a bunch of carnal animals, okay? And we try to be peaceful with these men. You know, you try to, and, you know, listen, this ain't a back and forth. This is not it's not even a video to, like, slander or to, like, you know, to be carnally minded with these dudes. You know, this video is just asking a serious question. What is a problem, man? You know, and the reason why I compare them to flying monkeys is because that's what they were acting like, man. You know, that's exactly what they were acting like behind these brothers pushing the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And when I saw this on a WhatsApp, Salakia about that, brothers. When I saw this on a WhatsApp, I was like, what the hell is going on, man? You know, what is these dudes' problem, man? First and foremost, these dudes basically try to bogart or bum rush their way onto another man's foundation. These brothers, as you can see in all of their previous videos, these brothers, they've been preaching at this location and various locations around this area for years. And like I said, you see the brothers right here, you know, standing out here, preaching right here. I know that the elder from South Carolina, he was out there with them a couple of times, and they were in the same area, okay, where these brothers preaching whole camp at. But then all of a sudden today, ISUPK Pittsburgh, I guess, these buffoons, they came out of here, and that's what I'm going to call them because that's what they were being. They weren't being these guys in black behind these brothers. They are not associated with these brothers. Well, we are not associated with these guys that you see right here in the back of these brothers. You know, now I don't know if this is for like some future use to try to say that all Israelite groups are together, but we are not. We don't preach the same thing. We don't agree together, so we don't walk together. These two brothers right here, and the brother that's holding the camera, Great Millstone, Pittsburgh. These dudes that you see behind them, they just some fucking flying monkeys, okay? Who learn that they're Israelites, man. You know, and it's spiritual too because these brothers they were coming out every week doing the same thing they always do, which is preach the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and exalt the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And these idiots, these buffoons right here, they just came in to be disruptive. Okay, they came to basically bring confusion, and that's exactly what they were bringing. So the first scripture I got is Romans 15:20. It says, let me see. This is Romans 15:19. Through mighty signs and wonders by the power of the Spirit of the Most High, so that from Jerusalem and round about unto Illyricum, I have fully preached the gospel of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. It says, verse 20, this is the point. Yeah, so have I strived to preach the gospel, not where Hamashiach was named, lest I should build upon another man's foundation. And that's what these dudes from ISUPK are trying to do or have done today. They are building on another man's foundation because these brothers have been out here. These brothers have been out here for years, prophesying and preaching the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So there was no need for ISUPK to come behind them and set up a stage, be all rowdy, to be incontinent, to be impertinent, to be disruptive. There's no need for them to even set up there. How many corners are there in Pittsburgh? But they see that brothers out here standing tall for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and out of the clear blue sky, they came out there. They didn't even come out there to preach. They could have went across the street or something, but they didn't. They said we're gonna set up behind them, as pulling that Comfy move. Because I think years ago, Comfy had a thing where called the Jump Out Boys or some shit like that, where they basically jumping out on GMS camps, Men of the Lord, and other camps too. But I know they did it to our elders, and they basically got into a scuffle, man. You see? But these brothers, they stayed spiritual. They kept edifying, kept reading, and kept bringing out the word, to the point where these niggas behind them set up a whole stage, a microphone. And that's the thing. We don't need a microphone. That's that old 1992 spirit. The scripture says, lift up your voice like a trumpet. It didn't say bring out a microphone and a speaker box and just start yelling and screaming. And that's exactly what ISUPK did. This wasn't in order, and nor was it in decency. So I'll play a little bit of it, man. Yeah, like the brother from GMS Pittsburgh said, he said it was premeditated. It was premeditated, man. Because these guys know where these brothers out here preach. So what he's like, oh, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna disrupt them. We ain't gonna let them preach the word. And they just start slandering brothers too, man. They start slandering all of us, man. Starting with our apostles and our elders, man. Let me play this real quick, man. Again, because this is not the way to teach the word. Not these brothers right here. I'm talking about these niggas in the back, because that's what ISUPK is. They're a bunch of niggas, man. They're a bunch of niggas that know that they're Israelites, man. Straight up, man. You ISUPK, you ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas. You letting everybody and their mother come to the Passover so you can get money. You bring in homosexuals. You don't care if they fall out. You bring them right back and rehabilitate them. You a bunch of niggas that was in prison, man. These a bunch of these niggas, and they do even admit it. The head speaker behind the head speaker of ISUPK out here, he actually admitted that they were a bunch of niggas, man.
Romans 15, verse 20. Yea, so I am strive to preach the gospel.
You see? Hold on.
Hey, get rolling right now. It is.
The Lord under commandment telling the hot. We don't allow no child
molesters. You see? There's no where's the evidence that we're child molesters? Bring some evidence out, man. Because you're slandering us right now. Ain't nobody no goddamn child molesters. See, like these are the type of niggas that will do shit out of carnality, man. You see? We don't allow no child molesters. Nigga, but you allow sodomites. So you might as well accept child molesters too. You probably do got some. General Yahanna, this nigga allow you to have sex with your woman in a booty hole, man. He tell you he gonna take the chip. He don't even believe that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. You jakes, man. Hold on, real quick, and I'll play this. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 8. Ezekiel 3 and 8. This is Ezekiel 3 and 8. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 8. It says, behold, I've made thy face strong against their face, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And that's what these brothers did. These brothers' foreheads were strengthened against these niggas behind them. They were strengthened against the rebellious house, man. Which that's exactly what Saul is. That's the house of Saul, man. Was a rebellious house, and the Lord got rid of that nigga. He got rid of that whole house, man, because this guy didn't want to do nothing that the Lord told him to do. Okay, he wanted to do his own thing. He feared the people versus more than Yahweh Shai, so he got him up out of there. And these dudes right here, these dudes are a bunch of rebellious goons, man, dressing in all this paramilitary black shit, that has nothing to do with the Lord. The Lord said when we go out there as sheep amongst wolves, man. But these dudes come out barking like a bunch of wolves, man. And that's what niggas do. Niggas are a bunch of wolf tickets. They didn't really want to smoke. They just wanted to cause confusion, which they did, but the brothers stood valiantly, which I would tell those brothers, you know, and I speak as in a humble voice, you know, coming from a humble place. I would just tell them, brothers, man, I know you brothers set up there for years, but just go find you another spot, man. And the Lord's gonna bring your fruit there and increase you there. You know, these niggas right here, they cause nothing but confusion. And like the brother said, it was premeditated. They must have sat in a room somewhere, you know, drinking E&J, you know what I'm saying, venting, talking shit, and just figured out, hey, let's go to them, man. Let's go out there and start trouble with them, man. All right? Yeah, here it is. This nigga talking about some white woman loving child molesters, man.
Right, we don't allow no child molesters.
Hey, Shalom.
Right, white woman loving child. Right, that's what we about.
You want? Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites coming week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of American Babylon and Great. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Hebrew Israelites. It's time for you to repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right? So we are another week with the mercy and grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, he did all that barking and bring no scriptures out, man.
Right? Because we know the truth resides at great meal.
And then that's another thing too. Here it is. Yahanna was talking about something. Yo, let's all come together. We can't. We ain't never gonna come together on this side, man. We'll come together in the kingdom of heaven, man. But on this side, this ain't what this is about, man. Okay, this is Amos 3 and 2. Amos 3 and 2. Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And we're not agreed, man. So here it is. Yahanna talking about some, let's all come together. We got differences. Let's come together. No, because if we came together, it'll be just like this. You niggas barking and yelling and screaming over people, and nobody's getting a point across. You niggas all emotional, all carnal, and nobody's getting a point across. All right? That's wrong. That's wrong. You see? All right?
Okay? The leaders of all Israel, apostles, so when Apostle Tamar, Apostle Ramah, and Apostle Flora, the elders going down. All right? So as we see,
This nigga talking about something they disgusting and disloyal. How are we disloyal? Disloyal to who? We're loyal to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, first and foremost. What are you talking about?
Right? ISUPK.
Right.
Now the scriptures say this. Romans 15, verse 20. Yea, so that strive to preach the gospel. Man,
you hear what he said? He said, this UPK corner now, this is our corner. This is UPK corner. You see? That's a carnal mind, man. These niggas are carnal as shit, bruh. This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, man. But the natural man receiveth not the thing of the spirit of the Most High, which those niggas are natural men. And they haven't received the things of the spirit of the Most High because they're still choking on Deuteronomy chapter 22, man. You still choking on that. You see? It says, and they choking on the RFID chip as the mark of the beast. So these niggas ain't men of the Lord. Them niggas ain't men of the Lord. You might got some sincere men amongst them. I'm not saying that they're not, but those dudes, nah, they're not an example of sincere men, man. If they are, they're sincerely gone. They're sincerely lost. Again, 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. Right. So these niggas in the back, these ISUPK niggas, they can't understand the things of the spirit because they're spiritually discerned. And these dudes coming from a natural carnal mentality. Okay, let's look up that word for natural. So look up that word for natural, man. Because that just showed you their lack of spiritual intelligence going out there doing what they did. You see? That's all I did. This is the word for natural goes back to the Greek word
Strong's G 5591. Psuchikas. Psuchikas.
It says that belonging to breath, having a nature and characteristic of the breath, principle of animal life, which men have in common with brutes. And these dudes were acting like animals, man, like brute beasts. That's exactly what they were acting like, behind those brothers, man, like brute beasts. Okay. And these brothers were being what? They were being sheep amongst wolves, man. You see? Going back into the scripture, it says, 1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of the Most High, which the Lord say, to the things that the secret things are made known unto the servants of prophets, man. For they are foolishness unto him. That whole so-called rape doctrine, which is not a rape doctrine. It told you it's the law on rape. All right. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Yahushua Hamashiach. And these dudes behind them ISUPK dudes, they don't have the mind of Yahushua. You know what the mind they have? They have the mind of Yahanna. And dude actually goes in there and say it later down right here.
In the spirit so much about John the Baptist. Yep. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, and spirit, and of joints, and marrow, and the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Right. So, hey, yeah, this could be because you got on them so much in spirit about John the Baptist, man. Right? When the truth comes out, right, you get rebuked, you get cut, right? It's either you're gonna accept the rebuke or you're gonna react. Right, you're gonna buck up against the rebuke, and that's what they're doing right now. That's what they're doing right now.
Right now, I'm gonna do it again.
Right.
Captain the Khan did it
right.
all.
So they cut, man. They cut.
Gave an order.
Right. That's right.
An order for all camps to come back to the Israelites for you people.
Who the fuck is General Yahanna? His orders don't mean shit. That's like talking to the colonel of KFC, man. He ain't a colonel of shit. He ain't a colonel of no army. The more where is it? Where in the scriptures they say that General Yahanna is gonna come down and command everybody to do anything, man? That's why Apostle R asked the question: is this nigga King David? Is this dude Yahanna King David? Because if it is so, are you teaching that King Mashah is King David? Are you teaching that Abba Bibbins is John the Baptist, or is do you believe that? Who the hell is General Yahanna to command anybody, man? That's like this nigga right here. Hold on. That's like this guy. That's like this guy right here, the general insurance guy, coming down, telling a real army platoon or a whole brigade, hey, we're gonna go to war. Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is this general that he could command anybody to do anything? You understand what I'm saying? He gave an order. Who is General Yahanna? You never even see this nigga out there preaching. The Lord said, you shall see your teachers. This is Isaiah. Isaiah 30 and 20. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. This is Isaiah 30 and 20. And although the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. We see our teachers every week. They just posted up the video like a few hours ago. I'm not sure because I had woke up and I saw it was already posted up, but they was just out there a couple hours ago doing the work. We see our teachers out there every week. Every week we see our teachers out there Doing what? I'm gonna go to the video. I'm gonna go to it for proof, man. We got the elders from Connecticut. They're out there every week. Then you got the Salakia. Hold on. This is again, you had the elders. You had the elders of Springfield. Let me see. What is going on? Salakia, brothers. Hold on. Yeah, you had the elders of Springfield out there. And look, the apostles and the elders were out there earlier, man. Look, there's our teachers right here. Full-fledged. If you want to know where our teachers at, they out there doing the work. They out there doing the work. Week in, week out. Week in, week out. Stream 5 hours ago. My time. You see? Edifying. The apostles, all the apostles out there. And then the elder apostles in Springfield, Massachusetts, Elder Apostle McCarr, and the rest of the elders are out there doing their thing week in and week out. I see my teachers. We see our teachers every week. Every week. Where the fuck is Fat Man at, man? Where's Fat Man at? Where's he at? Where's Yahanna at, man? He in a fucking room somewhere commanding you niggas to give him his money, give you his money to follow after him. So everybody come to the Passover. He invited G-Man to the Passover with this dude. He don't even believe he's an Israelite, man. He don't even believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh. He just wants some niggas to get together, to come together, to get along and be along, man. Hey, this is what the scripture says. Exodus 23 and 2. And pardon me if I seem a little perturbed, man. You know, because hey, these are brothers, man. These are brothers out here, man. Yeah, these dudes right here, they're Israelites too. There are brothers according to the being Israelites, man, but these dudes are off, man. We're not adjoined with them right now. So our brothers are those brothers out there in GMS Pittsburgh, man. Because see, you know what? Us getting carnal with these dudes, that's not going to help. That's just going to feed into what they want. You know what really hurts ISUPK is when they start getting rebuked. They start getting cut with the scriptures, man. By Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, they got upset when they got rebuked and chastened for talking that John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. Mess. They got reproved. They hated because they got reproved when they were talking about the mark of the beast is the white woman or Christianity or is it philosophy. So they didn't like that. So we know what really bothers you ISUPK dudes, man, is reproof and rebuke, man. Exodus 23 and 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. And that's what these dudes are doing. That's what ISUPK doing, man. We're not gonna follow a multitude to do evil. We held our Passover. It was just each of the camps. We had either it all depends on the size of your camp, but pretty much our Passover was small this year, man. Normally our camp, we usually link up with the elders in the West Coast, you know, whether that's in San Francisco or whether that's in LA to hold the Passover. This year, me and the brother, we held the Passover together, a small church. That's what it was. It was a small ceremony. Yahweh Shai's Passover was a small ceremony, man. It was just him and the rest of the 12. Salakia. Hey, Shalom, Elder Yahweh Shabbat. God, brother. Hey, you want me to put you on? All right, hold on, brother. Hold on. Let me make sure that everybody can hear you. Hey, I got Elder Ariala Salakia. Hold on. Yeah, I got Elder Ariala on right now. If you brothers, let me know if y'all can hear him.
Man, y'all about you, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, let us know on the comment board if you can hear. I'm on a it usually gets on a little delay when you're on StreamYard. So hold on, let me go and check. Let me check.
Oh, okay, you're on StreamYard.
Hold on, let me check and see if you on, if they can see you on if they can hear you on the comment board. Select. Yeah, let us know on the comment board if you can hear. I'm on yeah, they can hear you loud and clear. They can hear you loud and clear.
If you can you grab a scripture for me,
Hold on, let me go ahead to the other page. What's the scripture you want me to get?
2 Peter 3:1. I mean, I'm sorry, 2 Samuel 3:1.
2 Samuel. We got it.
Can you read that for me?
This is 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1. It says, now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, but David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
Yeah, man, and so that's what we're seeing through the spirit. The house of Saul waxing weaker, and the house of David waxing stronger. And Saul was in pursuit of David and his men, and Saul was commanding David to come to that damn house, man, to come to that house, man. And it's just not, but because of jealousy, man, and through the spirit, you know, Great Millstone has proven to be stronger than the house of Saul. And you know, and just like you said, they really hurt. Their camp is hurt. They're ashamed. The whole John the Baptist thing was a complete debacle, and most likely, you know, caused a ripple effect through their school and made them look foolish. And Great Millstone was at the forefront of exposing that ridiculousness. Pretty much one of the only groups that stand up against the madness coming out of that school. And now you have this whole issue going on with the coronavirus and the chip. And so they see, they're probably getting all types of responses within the school about what's going to happen with martial law. What's going to, oh man, this chip makes more sense now. Can you explain this now? So they're being exposed as being weak. They're being exposed for not understanding the scriptures. They're being exposed for not being in the spirit. And whenever a person is that is carnal, his back is up against the wall, they got to resort to what they know, which is carnality. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the nature of ISUPK come out, you know? And it's beautiful because we're walking into these times, man. We're walking into the times of Jacob's trouble. And one of the things that we've always said is that our own people was going to come after us first. Because that's what happened in the scripture. You know, we see these other so-called Israelite groups, you know, these people who are clearly in league with Rome, you know, and they're touchy and they're hurt and they got the spirit of Satan on them, man, and they reacted in like manner. You know, you mind grabbing one more scripture out?
God, brother.
Can you get Matthew 7:16?
God. See Matthew chapter 7, verse 16. And it reads, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
And we see the fruit. We see the fruit of ISUPK. You know, they're trying to bully and thug their way to make it seem like they have some type of dominance. It actually just makes them seem weak. And so through the spirit, we say, call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. We say, call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for exposing the nature of ISUPK so the general congregation can see that they're fruit. They can see this is the fruit that is born of ISUPK, carnal, low-level men. That when adversity hits, as far as breaking down the scriptures and going through the doctrine, they don't know how to handle it. They're the ones who turn to their congregation and say, shut up, don't ask us questions. Just do what we tell you. Don't think. Don't make any type of spiritual decisions. Just do what we tell you.
Yeah.
Just absolute thuggery and madness, man. They're being exposed for what type of fruit that they bear, man. Their ways of being exposed, man, is completely carnal. So we praise the Heavenly Father that these things are happening because it's giving people a clear vision that's paying attention. It's giving the people that's paying attention a clear view of what's up. And it's funny, we had a guy that came out to the camp last night, and he was talking. He was out there, and I asked him a question. I said, "It's the first time I ever seen you out here. How you hear about us?" He's like, "Well, he was like, I listen to everybody." I said, I said, "You listen to everybody?" He's like, "Yeah, I listen to everybody." I said, "Well, there's only one doctrine, you know that, right?" And then he immediately starts to get upset. Starts talking about, I can listen to anybody, I can listen to everybody. I said, "Well, you can listen to all that, but there's still only one doctrine, and it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to get. It don't take that long to make a decision about what you believe in. If the Spirit is on you to believe it, you're gonna walk in it. You don't have to listen to 85 different groups to be moved to say, hey, I believe in this, and I'm gonna confess His name." So you can get caught up with a group like ISUPK, and we'll see, man. Good luck to you. We'll see how that's gonna work out for you. I don't believe it's gonna work out too well. And this is an example. And one of the other things that I noticed is like, why did they go out there to Great Millstone, Pittsburgh? These guys are so big and bad and tough. Why they go to Great Millstone, Pittsburgh?
Yep.
What's up with that? They want to try to go find a smaller camp to go bully them, and it didn't work.
Nah.
Brothers just follow the scriptures, man. Yep. Matthew 10. So these guys made themselves look like absolute clowns, and it's just more exposure. And this is actually a really, really good thing. Prophecies are rolling. The prophecies are jumping off the page. The persecution that's supposed to be coming, that the Most High said will come to us, is happening, man. It's more proof of who really the prophets are. So I just wanted to say that, bro. I just wanted to say that out, man.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful. That's beautiful, man.
So we are in interesting times, and we're getting closer to the back end of this thing. Because these guys don't know what to do, acting like damn fools.
Yeah, that's right.
So
straight up.
So we gonna see.
All right,
we gonna see out.
That's right, brother. That's right, Elder. That's right.
Man, with the water for letting me jump on, man. I'll jump back off and I'll just keep listening.
Hey, La the bar, man. Hey, the water for calling in.
Hey, man. Hey,
Shalom. Yeah, and that's the point, man. That's pretty much it, man. These dudes out here, these dudes are super carnal, man. They don't have no other way. They don't have no other way to distract from the fact that they're not spiritual. They don't have any other way to deter other people from listening, who they think is listening, than to be carnal. Because that's really that it does nothing but cause strife, and really it's gonna they want views, man. We're gonna come out here, we're gonna cause a disturbance, we're gonna record or do whatever, to what? To cause confusion, because people like that. People love confusion. People love confusion. And it's crazy because you see that the brothers from Pittsburgh's videos, they really don't get a lot of traction. Let me see how many subscribe. The brothers got about 429 subscribers, but I guarantee that this video gonna be in the thousands before the end of the week, because most of the people that tune in, they want to see confusion. They want to see a bunch of bullshit, but brothers didn't give them that satisfaction. They just edified through the Spirit, and I think eventually they end up moving. But the point of the matter is that, hey man, hey, shake the dust off that, and ISUPK they're gonna continue to rot, man. The house of Saul gonna continue to grow weaker and weaker. You see, again, who's General Yahanna? He's nobody. In the grand scheme of things, he's just an Israelite with a story. Like Elder Apostle Tahar said, he's just an Israelite with a story, man. Okay.
Okay. Now, why did I give an order for you to come back to the Israelite school UPK?
Look, it's like a nigga, man. And that's why, it's crazy, because dudes, Jake be like that in the world. But a lot of times people get sold on the whoop tickets. Jake start grabbing his crotch, start talking rappers and tough. But then as soon as you get that spiritual knockout, you the first to fall on the floor. Or then as soon as something really happened, you the first to disperse, man. You see? And it just whack, man. That shit is whack, man. You know, because like the elder was saying, all these prophecies that's flowing. I mean, we got plagues. You got the mark of the beast going. You got America losing its power. Esau losing is power. Nation rising up against nation. You know, all of these things that you could be concerned with spiritually. Matter of fact, this is Revelation 19 and 10. Revelation 19 and 10. This is Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So that's how you can know if somebody's coming in the spirit of the Lord, man. If you're truly a man of the Lord, you're going to be prophesying, man. And so again, well, all these prophecies taking place right now, and it's just what, March. It's just the third month of the year. So Lord knows what's going to happen 6 months from now, 5 months from now. You know, because things are moving. And so with all of that being concerned, why are they not concerned with prophecy? Why are they not concerned with that? They've never been concerned with prophecy. That's a lot of these guys that formed after the major split of One West, for the exception of Great Millstone and those groups that follow the doctrine that Great Millstone through Spirit Power Yahweh Shah has established. Outside of that, they don't do that. They don't talk about prophecy. They don't, they might go back and forth with vocab, but they're good for each other because they don't prophesy. You rarely hear ISUPK out there on the highways and byways prophesying. They just tell you, oh, the black man this, the black people that, and blah, 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 and dressing black and blah, 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 blah. IUIC, similar group, similar thing. They tell you that you're an Israelite and all this other stuff, but they don't tell you they're not prophesying. Their leaders are jet setting across the world, trying to establish churches, trying to establish their name as the preeminent Israelite group, but they're not prophesying. They're not prophesying. GOTC, they just going with the wind. I don't even hear nothing about them. I don't even look them up. But they're not prophesying. All of these things that are happening, millions of people are being affected. Billions of people are being affected by these plagues that are happening. But I have never heard once ISUPK say, hey, this is at 215 on down, 1 on down, 216 on down. This is the reason why it's happening. So when things really start to go crazy and haywire, people are going to ask questions. And the truth, matter of fact, as a spirit, this is Jeremiah, I think it's 3 and 15. Jeremiah 3 and 15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which David was after the Heavenly Father's own heart. Saul wasn't. I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Because when things hit ahead, people are going to ask questions. They are going to want to know, why is this happening? Can you tell me why this is happening? Somebody tell me. This is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Shah. And they shall wander from sea to sea. And remember, the sea is comparison to the people, from place to place, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. You see? And what are they going to be fainting for thirst for? Of knowledge and wisdom and understanding of what's going on. Why is this happening? It's going to come a time that nobody's trying to hear that General Yahanna commanded somebody to come to the Passover. Everybody, all camps. Who the hell is General Yahanna? Where's he at? That was my biggest gripe in the army, man, is that they had generals, colonels, lieutenant colonels, and all these dudes were doing were career chasers. They were basically chasing their career. They were never out there on the front line fighting. They were always somewhere getting some extra information from the top brass in the government, and then they disseminated down to their minions, man, to their captains and colonels, and then the colonels would disseminate it down to the captains. The captains would disseminate it down to the command sergeant majors and first sergeants and stuff. But you never seen a general standing out there fighting in front of you, fighting with you. You know what I'm saying? But we see our generals, our captains and our commanders fighting right there alongside us. Let me go back to the apostles. We see them every week on the front line, hands dirty with the work. Not saying that the work is dirty, I'm just saying that they grinding. They at the grinding mill, they grinding it out. And guess what they're doing every week? Every time a prophecy coming out, it's another week of prophecy. Watch this.
Giving all praise to Yahanna. Today's date is March 14, 2020 year of prophecy. And we in the midst of the whole coronavirus thing.
Boom! Cut right there. Soon as Elder Apostle Tahar opened his mouth and started prophesying, what did he say? Hey, this is March 14th, 2020, year of prophecy. The coronavirus. Start going into the coronavirus, and I guarantee you they're gonna go through they're gonna start going through scriptures. This is what's happening. Hey, the judgment of the Lord is happening. You got brothers in Orlando, you got the brothers in Vegas, you got the brothers in South Carolina, the brothers in Pittsburgh, brothers in LA. Doing what? And tomorrow, Lord willing, me and the brothers that go out on Sunday, we're gonna be out there doing what? Prophesying, preaching. We ain't got no time to be going back and forth with some other groups, man. We ain't gonna be out there, ISUPK, listen, bro, who cares? We held the Passover, man. Okay? The Feast of Unleavened Bread is ending this evening. Okay? Let's go. Let's keep on pressing on. Let's come in the spirit of Yahushua, man. Let's speak and prophesy in the name of Yahushua, man. Let's come with the same spirit of prophecy as Yahushua did, man. You see? And that's what we're doing. That's what our elders and our apostles are doing. Okay? And it shows you that you can tell that these guys are in the spirit of Saul, because they're all about following after Saul and what Saul does. They got the spirit of Saul on them, all crazy. You see? But and guess what? We got the spirit of David on us, man. Because King David was a prophet. We got the spirit of Yahweh Shai on us, man. Because Yahweh Shai he's the chief prophet. Okay? I'll bring some of these scriptures. Slakia, brothers. I ain't hitting the comment board. Brothers are just firing it up. The Wadi Yahweh Shai. You know, but let me keep on reading, man. All right? I'll play some more of this.
Because you were once in the Israelite school, UPK. And you left.
Gotta let you hear it. We gotta let you hear it, man. We gotta let you hear it.
Hey, these dudes are stuck in the 90s, man. Because you were once a part of ISUPK. So what? A split happened. High Priest Ariah and High Priest Dar, which I've never met either one of those men, but according to the word of the apostles and the elders, which I trust and believe in, it was a split happened. They went their way, created ICJC. Okay? King Mashah, High Priest Tahar, which is Elder Apostle Tahar, and Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Wakar, and Elder Apostle Ramlab, they went with the house of David. They established the house of David together along with King Mashah and his followers. There was a split happen, buddy. GOCC was created. All the other camps, these One Western camps were created. All right. And then ultimately Great Millstone was created because more splits happened. So the Lord got rid of One West, man. He basically split ISUPK up. And then Yahanna just stayed with ISUPK in darkness. it mattered because that's what was coming out of that school. Yeah, you had the light, but then according to the elder apostles, there was a bunch of crazy stuff was going on in that school, man. They wasn't acting like the house of the Most High. So what did the Lord do? Split it up. So we don't gotta come back to ISUPK. What is I've never been ISUPK. I never wanted to even speak to any of those guys, man. I don't know nothing about them dudes. I came in through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shalom Shai through the great millstone. Through the brothers that were teaching, the elders and apostles that were teaching.
So it wouldn't be right if we won't let you hear that. Because we ain't making it.
He said, why the hell would you leave? Because there was confusion. This is where is it at? This is yep. 1 Corinthians 14:33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. And there was no peace in the one West. There was no peace in the Israeli school of knowledge, of practical knowledge. There was no peace in there. You had women all up in the churches doing what they want, sleeping with all kinds of men, causing confusion, spreading disease. Money came into the issue. So then that further, you had men lording over other men, basically enslaving other men. I think one of the terrible stories that I ever heard was about brothers on they had I guess they had to give a certain amount of money up, if not all their money up, and all they left was a box of chicken, a biscuit, and a piece of chicken. Get the hell out of here, bro. What the fuck? Hey, so the Most High got rid of that, man. Because he's not the author of confusion. This is 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in order. ISUPK is out of order, man. And you can clearly see by the actions right here. These dudes are out of order, man. Who the hell is General Yahanna? Where is he at? Why you ain't out there on the highways and byways, man? Why you not out there on the streets? And we supposed to follow you? Nigga, you can't even run a block. You can't even run 30 feet without getting winded. And we supposed to follow you? Hell nah, bro. I'm cool. I'm good. We're going to follow the men that are feeding us with knowledge and wisdom and understanding week in and week out, man. And these are examples of them. Starting with the Apostle to heart.
It has become global, and the king of Babylon declared this whole nation, Babylon. He called for a national emergency. So
yeah, you see the elders, elder apostles doing what? Edifying through the spirit of prophecy, man. This is 2 Corinthians 10:1. Now I, Paul, myself beseech you by meekness and gentleness of Mashiach, who is present, who in presence and base among you, but being absent and behold towards you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present, with the confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh. And that's right. These dudes, ISUPK, they thought that the brothers were like them. Like they walk, ISUPK, they walk in the spirit of flesh. They walk after the flesh. Okay, they're carnal minded. Their whole institution is built on carnality, okay, and confusion. And after the flesh, money. You got to put on all black and wear black shades. Where did Yahweh Shai have on all black and black shades, looking like a warlock, man? From 1992, never. All right. It says, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, because we're in these bodies, we do not war after the flesh. We don't want the things that the flesh want. We don't seek admiration from men. We don't seek money and riches, lucre, filthy lucre. We don't seek attention. We're not seeking after those things. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringeth into captivity every thought to obedience of Hamashiach, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Right. And what these dudes were doing there is disobedient. That whole John the Baptist not being in the truth. You got to listen to me and only me. Man, come on, bro. That's disobedience. And so we avenged it with the spirit of truth, man. That's what we did, man. Ain't nobody scared of a bunch of niggas linking up together. What is y'all going to do? We all men out here. If it come down to it, I'm sure the spirit of the Lord is going to be put on our brothers to defend themselves. But we're not here to defend ourselves, man. We let Yahweh Shema Shai do that, man. We ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta go all crazy and do all that. This is Mark 9:38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us. And we forbade him, because he followeth not us. But Yahweh Shai said, forbid him not. For there is no such man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is on our part. Whosoever shall give you, okay, that was it right there. So guess what? Yahweh Shai didn't scream to the top of his lungs, give a commanding order that everybody should come underneath of him. He said, look, if you prophesy, if you speaking in my name, roughly paraphrasing, you speaking in my name, you can't speak evil, so let him go. Let him do what he do. Because he's with us, man. He's with me. He said he's with me. You see? For he that is not against us is on our part. So why you just let us go? If we out here preaching in the name of Yahweh Shema Mashai, we telling our people that we the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and people that go back to us on your father's side are Israelites, and that the salvation is for Israelites, and that the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites, and that we're preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh Shema Mashai, then leave us alone, bro. We ain't got to roll with you, man. We ain't got to roll with you, man. You see? So, yeah, man. ISUPK, man. You guys, you band of flying monkeys. You through, man. The elder from South Carolina, Elder Mawatazak Ba, Romans 8:5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And those brothers were in spiritual mind. So guess what they received? Life and peace. And like the brother, Grace 144 said, ISUPK look bad. They look hella bad, man. They look thirsty, man. You thirsty for attention, man. And here it is, y'all grown ass men, bro. Thirsty for attention. Thirsty for attention. So to them brothers out there in Pittsburgh, man, it may the Lord continue to increase you, brothers, and continue to feed your spirit with the Holy Spirit of knowledge, wisdom, understanding of truth, and that y'all brothers continue on growing, okay? And stay strong out there, brothers. Continue with the battle, all right? Hey, well, with that, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Yahweh Kakodash. Say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Ak, and keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out of here. Hey, shalom.